No, I think the injuries in recent years, kind of forced Ireland to bring players through, and same as it happens anywhere when you give guys an opportunity, they tend to be well able to perform. So, the likes of Luke Marshall, Madigan, Paddy Jackson wouldn't have been around when I was there 18 months ago, but they've come through now and they're performing so well. So that kind of, I suppose, youthful enthusiasm and that kind of strength and depth of training, it keeps everyone sharp, and it improves things all around. I mean, when we sat down for team selection, I think in the past you would have been able to pick a lot of the team. It was, none of the players could have picked the team beforehand, but it was only until Joe said it that we knew for sure who was playing, and I think that's an excellent thing for a squad. It drives standards higher, and it keeps the squad consistent. Yeah, I think you would have seen that a lot with Leinster as well. I think competition for places is a big part of his philosophy, and it's a big part of keeping a team consistent and developing a squad. So there's probably no surprise there. It's enjoyable most of the time. There's pressure as well with it. I mean, there's times when it is a tough job, but I've done it plenty of times at Ireland. I've done it on and off at Munster recently, and I did it for a long time at Munster as well in the past. So, it's an exciting time, I think, for Irish rugby, with Joe coaching, with the squad in the shape it is. It's an exciting time for Irish rugby, and it's an exciting time to be captain as well. Well, look, it wasn't that sore or that bad. The doctor said it was nerve damage. So you're not going to contradict him, but I knew there wasn't long left, and my arm could still function fine, so it wasn't that sore. It's I don't think it was the Rovers story. People think it is, so but yeah, it was frustrating though afterwards, because when I came off, my hand still functioned fairly fine, and I thought I'd be okay. But when I got the scan then, and I heard I'd a fracture in my arm and a fracture just at the base of my hand as well, it was very frustrating, because you're out then, and it had been a really, really enjoyable tour, one of the most enjoyable tours I was ever on. Obviously Sam was captain, so the pressure was off for me, and after me being out for so long, I suppose it was all about going out there and trying to get picked in the tests, and I managed to do that. We'd won the first test. We're in good place heading into the last two, and to be ruled out was disappointing, but as I said earlier, it's part and parcel of the game. You just got to get on with it. Frustrating time with injury, obviously, but there's been a great buzz since Joe's taken over. Squad has changed, as I said earlier, a lot since I came back. There's a lot, bigger strength and depth there, a lot more experience there. There's a really good buzz of training, and it's a really good time to be involved with Ireland, and hopefully a good time to be captain as well. Look, I don't think it needed things freshening up at all. I think I've always played a leadership role in teams I've been involved in. I tend not to change much about what I say or do, whether I'm captain or not. So, but look, it is nice. It is nice to be captain. Joe is a new coach, very different way of doing things, very different way of communicating with the players, and expects different things of the players as well. So, whether you like it or not, it is a new start, I think, and as I said, it's exciting, and it's an exciting time, and I'm delighted to be captain for this time. It's going to be very tough, same as them all. They've had a real tough few months, playing against some of the best scrums in the world. So, and they've done okay. So it's going to be really tough in the scrum. I don't think it'll be anything like the third test in the lines, but it's hard to know what happens on the. Look, the breakdown in every game is a crucial area. If you can get quick ball, if we can get quick ball with the backline we have, I think we can do damage, and I'm sure they're saying the same thing. If they can get backline if they can get quick ball to Genia, Cooper, they feel they can do damage, and that's going to be our job, is to defend, I think, better than we did at the weekend, to be, a little bit more alert, a little bit better at getting set early. We really need to defend well against them, and to defend well against them, it's the breakdown plays a massive role. Certainly a better team, and I think they've a different philosophy as well. They, obviously Cooper's been brought back in and has been given, the opportunity to play the way he wants to play. I think he's vice captain as well, so he has a leadership role there. You see some of the tries they scored in the last few weeks, particularly against Italy last week, against Argentina. They're really hard to defend. You certainly have to be heads up when you attack, but I think when you play Australia, you have to be very much heads up and be able to see what's in front of you in defence as well.